Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession, which is about to enter the hall. And please remain standing for the Australian National Anthem. You are encouraged to join in the singing. The text of the anthem is printed on page 11 of your graduation program.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth of toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gift of beauty. Every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strings then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Good morning and welcome. I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purpose of presenting degrees. A very warm welcome to this hall, which has been used since 1936 for University of Adelaide graduations and named after its benefactor, Sir John Leighton Bonython. I wish to acknowledge the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains and land on which the University of Adelaide's campuses at North Terrace, Waite, Theberton and Roseworthy are built. My congratulations to all the graduates. Now is a perfect time to reflect on the past and to anticipate the future. And there's no doubt that a future holds great opportunity and many challenges. Whilst the future may be uncertain, there is one certainty, and that's the pace of change will continue. And therefore, your educational journey isn't complete today. I'm sure you'll be well aware that to remain connected and to be successful in your chosen careers and contributors to the community, that your education journey will continue well beyond here. I wish you great success. If you apply yourself with the same diligence and perseverance that have got you here today, I'm sure you'll be successful. Could I also welcome family and friends. I have no doubt that you've been instrumental to the success of our graduates, and we warmly welcome you here this morning. Finally, can I acknowledge the academic staff and the professoriate. Universities are much more than grand buildings such as this. The heart and soul of the university is the academic staff, their enthusiasm, their diligence, their work. And we are blessed here in this university to have wonderful staff, and you'll see the results of that this morning. I now call on the Vice-Chancellor and the President to present the candidate for honorary degree.
Chancellor, I present to you Martin Parkinson. Martin Parkinson graduated from the University of Adelaide with an honours degree in economics in 1980. He joined the Treasury before undertaking a PhD at Princeton, and when he returned to Australia, he was appointed Senior Advisor to John Dawkins, who was then Federal Treasurer. By 2001, he'd risen to the post of Deputy Secretary in the Treasury, with responsibility for domestic and international macroeconomic issues. In 2007, Dr. Parkinson became Deputy Secretary of the Department of the Prime Minister and Cabinet, where he headed the Climate Change Group and was responsible for leading and coordinating climate change policy, including planning the implementation of the then proposed emissions trading scheme. Dr. Parkinson became Secretary to the Department of Climate Change and thereby established a new department with policy development, program design and management, service delivery and regulatory responsibilities, contributed to the development of Australia's climate change policies and led engagement with business and community groups. He then served as Secretary to the Treasury from 2011 until 2015. As Secretary, he was a member of the Board of the Reserve Bank, Chair of the Advisory Board of the Australian Office of Financial Management, Member of the Board of Taxation, Infrastructure Australia, Council of Financial Regulators and the Centre for International Finance and Regulation. He led Treasury through significant change during his tenure. Under his leadership, the organisation undertook two important reviews. One was the Strategic Review of Treasury, which was focused on the organisation's effectiveness and capability to deliver on its mission of improving the well-being of the Australian people. The other was the Women in Treasury Review. A particular interest of Dr. Parkinson has been to promote the role of women in leadership positions in Australia. He served as a member of the Male Champions of Change group of the Australian Human Rights Commission. During his Treasury career, he worked in a range of areas, including taxation policy, labour market and structural reform, and macroeconomic policy and forecasting. Other contributions are to the delivery of the Asian Century White Paper, the Gonski Review of Funding for Schooling, aged care reform, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, the National Broadband Network, and the Prime Minister's Manufacturing Task Force. Dr. Parkinson was Australia's G20 IMFC and Development Committee Deputy and co-chair of the G20 Deputies process in 2006. He'd previously worked at the International Monetary Fund on the reforms of international financial architecture. He was awarded the Public Service Medal in 2008 in recognition of his outstanding public service as a key contributor to the 2007 report of the Task Force on Emissions Trading and more broadly to Australia's economic and financial relations. In 2010, he was inducted into the ANU College of Business and Economics Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame for his contributions to public policy. He also received the inaugural ANU Alumnus of the Year Award in 2013. Chancellor, I am pleased and proud to present to you Martin Parkinson, Bachelor of Economics Honours, Master of Economics, Doctor of Philosophy, Public Service Medal for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
I have the greatest pleasure to invite our orator, Dr. Parkinson.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, members of staff, distinguished guests, and you wouldn't be here if you were not distinguished in the eyes of the stars of today's event. So most of all, a very warm welcome to you, the stars. It's a huge honour for me to be here with you today. When I first entered the university in 1977, I could never imagine that I'd be standing in front of a graduating class. That just highlights to me that as you go out into the world, you can never plan your life. In some cases, life will throw up circumstances for which you're prepared. At other times, it presents situations that are complex, challenging, and which require brave, courageous action and taking positions which can leave you isolated. How you respond in these latter circumstances goes to the core of you, your integrity, your vision and your leadership. Let me share with you two great cases of vision, leadership and complexity, both of which happen to be outlined at graduation addresses like this one. At Harvard in 1947, US Secretary of State George Marshall outlined his ideas on how to rebuild Europe and curb the spread of communism, what became known as the Marshall Plan. And at American University in 1963, US President John F. Kennedy discussed the challenge of achieving world peace, stating, quote, "Our problems are man-made, therefore they can be solved by man. No problem of human destiny is beyond human beings. Man's reason and spirit have often solved the unsolvable, and we believe we can do it again." Do not fear. It's beyond me to address challenges of the magnitude of Marshall and Kennedy or to speak as eloquently as they did. But I want to make 2 points based on those comments. First is to say to those who suggest that today's problems are bigger or more difficult than in the past, nonsense. Fixing the Australian budget or addressing climate change hardly rival rebuilding Europe after World War II or ensuring world peace. Second, that these thoughts were aired publicly in graduation addresses such as this, with people of similar education, age and background to those of you in this room, highlights how privileged you are. But some words of caution. While you are privileged, you are not special. And with privilege comes obligation. What do I mean by this? First, you're privileged to have received a world-class education from one of the finest institutions in this country. And you are doubly privileged because, in part, that education has been paid for by people who will never have the opportunities that you've had already and that you will continue to have as you go forth in the world. But privilege doesn't make someone special. Not you, not me, not anyone up here on this dais is any more or less worthy than others in our society. The single mother struggling to make ends meet, the foster parents caring for abused and abandoned children, the old couple at the supermarket checkout in front of you who are holding you up while you're trying to get through. As you go forward in life and build on today's success, keep that in mind and respect people for being individuals, not for what position they hold in the hierarchy. I also said that with privilege comes obligation. Woodrow Wilson, then President of the United States, told the graduating class at Swarthmore College in 1913, and I quote, "Do not forget why you are here. You are not here merely to prepare to make a living. You are here in order to enable the world to live more amply, with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world, and you impoverish yourself if you forget that errand." To some, service to the community, service to the nation and to the world may seem quaint and terribly old-fashioned in an era focused on immediate self-gratification. But these are noble ambitions. Now, an obvious question is, how can you enrich the world? Well, I'll leave that up to you. You've all got to find your own pathway. But a few thoughts, though, based on the trial and error of my own journey, and in my case, a lot of error. First, follow your interests and don't worry about career advancement. It will come, and it will probably come faster if you do the things that interest you, because more likely than not, that's what you're good at. Second, while following your interests, don't allow your passion to overwhelm your judgment. This is not an argument for the status quo, but remember where the political centre is. Because as you try to change things, you will inevitably need to bring the centre with you. So always keep in mind where that base of that core group of our community happen to be. Third, keep an open and inquiring mind. Question opinions, particularly your own, because they're the ones that will most likely lead you into trouble. Ask, why is it so? Then ask, is this the best we can do? And try to walk in others' shoes to understand why they see the world they do if it's different to how you believe it to be. Fourth, seek challenges and new experiences. You only get one go at life, and if you let opportunities go by, they are forever lost. Fifth, recognise that together you can change the world and that it needs changing. My generation has failed you on some key challenges. We've failed on climate change, our progress on Indigenous advancement or addressing entrenched disadvantage is limited at best. And we've done that. We've failed despite having benefited from massive growth in living standards, income and wealth. Why is this so? Well, some may disagree, but I think we became complacent. We rode the benefits of others' reform efforts and thought that success was our doing. In the process, we conflated our self-interest with national interest. We lost sight of the big picture and applauded the things that made me better off, irrespective of the costs to others in our community or to future generations. And more recently, as Australia continued to get richer on the back of growth in China and other emerging economies, we became even more self-centred, spending the temporary proceeds of the mining boom on permanent tax cuts and expenditure increases. In short, we began to believe that we were special and that success was inevitable, and indeed success was our right. You can see this in our politics. Few today have Marshall's vision or Kennedy's frankness. Rather, our political discourse, for lack of a better word, because it's hardly a dialogue, consists of leaders pretending problems don't exist, or just as bad, that they can be solved costlessly. They're aided by different groups in our community, all of whom are shouting through megaphones, shamelessly pushing their own self-interest, ignoring Kennedy's belief that all problems can be solved by us if we work together, ignoring Wilson's exhortation to leave the world a better place for those who come next. We've failed Wilson's test. Your generation is at risk of being the first in modern history whose living standards will be lower than those of their parents. Think about that, all of those in this room who are parents. The longer we wait to address today's challenges, including restoring the budget to health and building a more innovative and entrepreneurial economy, the greater the damage willfully being done to future living standards. It need not be this way. Australia sits astride massive, truly massive opportunities for social, environmental and economic advancement, if only we're prepared to act. So to you, the graduating class, and to the parents and friends, I say to you, please demand that action. To the graduating class, the last message I would give you is finally never abandon your core values and principles. Admit when you're wrong. Don't give up, since most setbacks are usually only temporary. Don't fall prey to cynicism. That's just willful blindness and ultimately corrosive and destructive to you and to others. And remember, financial success does not necessarily correspond to economic or social contribution, so maintain your social conscience no matter what you do and strive to be part of a fair, just and prosperous society. Graduates, when you leave Bonython Hall today, you enter a world with some challenges, but with far, far more opportunities. Your generation will live through a time when our region not only drives global economic growth, but shapes global institutions and norms. I've quoted American presidents today. A future graduation address may be quoting Chinese, Indian, Indonesian leaders, or indeed one of you. It's an exciting time in the history of humanity, but the challenges are yours to resolve and the opportunities are yours to grasp. Well done, and may the years ahead be a source of wonderment and joy. Congratulations. Thank you.
On behalf of the graduates and their families, I would like to thank Dr. Martin Parkinson for his motivating address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to share with us your thoughts and experiences. We are reminded that education places upon us an enduring responsibility, and we are encouraged to make the best use of our talents to contribute to society positively. Your inspiring words and great advice are greatly appreciated. Please join me again in thanking Dr. Martin Parkinson.
I will now receive the candidates for degrees. I call again on the Vice-Chancellor.
Chancellor, I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole University that the graduates who will be presented to you have fulfilled all the conditions prescribed for admission to the awards for which they are so presented.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of the holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented.
Chancellor, I, Professor George Zalanti, present to you graduates from the School of Architecture and Built Environment. To the degree of Bachelor of Architectural Design, Anthony Lai Yun Zhao. Ayuni Binti Azmi. Devadita Baumik. Eden Leah Alexandra Bonython. Joseph Gerard Chapman. Guangji Matthew Chen. Shanglai Chen. Eliza Sharon Cobb, Benjamin Dillon, Wenshi Dong, Hayley Jane Edwards, Nicholas Zhu Wang Yu, Jason John Ayres, Venderick Lee Sion, Chantel Irene Filipenko, Yu Fu, Simon James Gallucci, Benjamin David Greenhow, Scott Raiden Hayward, Georgia Blair Hocking, Qian Huang, our Mace Bearer Clinton Peter Eric Brian Huey Truman. Siti Nohazine bin Hussein. Madeleine Eva Giacarini, Brianna Jane Jackson, Beatrice Jafari, Yiling Jiang, Jackson John Kessling, Wendy Jane King, James Lanus, Adele Kirsty Langush, Vuan Tuan Lee, Vu Nguyen Lee, Huan Liu, Zachary Galen Douglas Lovell, Andrew Luong, Johnny Lee, Kimberly Jane Maddo, Roberto Marco Marciano, Anthea Catherine Marshall, Cara Helen McCusker, Rebecca Lauren McDonald, Adam James McLaughlin, Kyle David McPherson, Ian Francis McQuinn, Bai Hong Meng, Mali Moller, Elliot Andrew Mortimer, Scott Philip Murdoch, Sarah Najar, Jacob Lewis Napoli, Lachlan Ryan Nugent, Jordan Donald Nunn, Joshua Michael Pake, Charlotte Talua Poilin, Anita Pusari, Rina Kar Sandu, Riza Shabiz Kamas, Liang Shan, Alison Kate Stamke, Yuan Tao, Adele Lauren Tatarelli, Akia Ashley Turner, Claire Lauren Wadey, Lee Hayden Walters, Wan Emirul Izzat bin Wan Muhammad Razali, Nicole Amy Wilkes, Matthew Willisey, Benjamin James Wood, Yangshua Zhu, Hongjing Yang, Bing Hao Yap, Junhua Yu, Yu Zheng, Jihang Zhang, Li Zhao, Li Juan Zhao, and Tianba Zhao. To the degree of Master of Planning Urban Design, James Henry Butterworth. James also receives a Master of Landscape Architecture. Jessica Kate Lewig. Rebecca Louise Miller. Rebecca also receives a Master of Landscape Architecture. Gia Guang Ha. Gabrielle Rosanna Priest. Oyen T. Yuan. Catherine Elizabeth Steinveitel. Catherine also receives a Master of Landscape Architecture. And Ji Wei. She also receives a Master of Architecture. To the degree of Master of Planning, Yongwing Park. And Gemma Therese Torpy. To the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture, Jessica K. Batseko. Jessica also receives a Master of Architecture. Shelley Morwena Black. Edwin Matthew Bowden. Katrina May Ellsworthy. Oliver James Johnson. Canning Lee. Lee Lin. Long Ma. Emily Kathleen Mays. James Rutherford Pratt. Merzad Bedzad Schroff. Jared Kane Wasilewski. And Ji Jing. To the degree of Master of Architecture, Mohammed Hafiz bin Abdul Nasir. Mohammed Iqwan Abdul Ramin. Nadira Afia binti Ahmed Hisham. Aphrodite Ayuropoulos. Samuel Gregory Boyce. Andrew Rees Chaplin. Sheng Shen, Kifado Chen, Daniel Michael Chiali, Christopher Yap Boon Seong, Dai Kwang Dung, Matt John Dinning, Tin Kwok Do, David Michael Emerson, Nicholas Galekis, Linchi Guan, Azad Haji Kamena, Emily Scott Hatfield, Xiaoming He, Yung Xiang Yun, Jonathan Hilary Majam Innocent, Izati Nadia Binti Jailani, Mud Aizat bin Kamaruddin, Gua Hua Ko, Chi Li, Michelle Poen Ling, Min Trin Duck, Pin Chien Ung, Nam Tr.UYEN, Kamal Arifin Norman, Benjamin Andrew Ramsey, Arlen Romeo, Kathleen Sanchez, Yun Ha So, Xing Tian, Rhiannon Haley Vine, Celeste Stephanie Walker, Shuman Wong, Tao Wong, Guifen Wong, Shen Wu, Vairan Ji, Shen Xiao Zhu, Yong'an Tian, Wenju Zhang, and Jaiwei Zhang. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Earthship Architecture, Post-Occupancy Evaluation, Thermal Performance and Life Cycle Assessment, Martin Howard Priestman Freeney. Chancellor, that completes the presentation of graduates from my school.
Chancellor, I, Professor Noel Lindsay, present to you graduates from the Entrepreneurship, Commercialisation and Innovation Centre. To the degree of Bachelor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Yi-Fei Su. To To the degree of Master of Project Management, Ashley Slayman. To the degree of Master of Applied Project Management, Project Systems, Young John. To the degree of Master of Applied Project Management, Stephen Eric Alderman. Casey Bennett. Bo Dai. Ming Gong. Hoon Wei Shen Kelvin. Jean Lee. Yu Lee. Jo Hung Lee. Dilakshi Inosha Maitri Baladasa. Vaharam Papiyan. Martin Ratanatre. Felicity Jane Mary Yates. And Dong Mei John. To the degree of Master of Applied Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Duncan Kenneth Goodridge. Chun Yan Lu. Jacqueline Eleni Maholis. Aaron Gao Sien Ouyang. Ayu Anugrahaning Pamangas. And Nadeem Barakat Shadiyak.
Chancellor. I, Professor Paul Curran, present to you graduates from the School of Economics. To the degree of Bachelor of Economics, Elizabeth Alvaro. Simon Alexander Balalis. Sarah Brittany Lehman Cordell Farrell. Kyle Liam Gemelli. Catherine Ann Grace. Patrick Oliver Healy. Sean Michael Healy, Heavey. Hinsing Lee. Cam Yun Lung. Yan Lau. Hong Yu Lin. Gary Deal Robert Mann. Muhammad Ayman Jahari. Madeline Thierry Lola Piershak. Shi-Chi Chin. Shi-Chi also receives the Bachelor of Finance degree. Haiwan Kia Jia. Taylor Warwick Rundle, Joseph George Scatella, Joseph also receives the Bachelor of International Studies. Deborah Kathleen Sekafine, Martin Patrick Sharp, Sue J. Tomman, Samuel John Webber, Adam Hunt Wachowski, and Chekwa Wong. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Economics, Emily Bailey, Alexandra Eileen Grigg, Julian Christopher Tunstall, and Ernest Yao. To the Graduate Certificate in Economics, Owen Henry Chawaza. To the degree of Master of International Trade and Development, Juan Diego Cabada de Souza. John Liu. Momtaza Bedi. Alexander Paulson. And Jessica Louise Russell. To the degree of Master of Applied Economics, Amiza Zia Sapani. To the degree of Master of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Globalisation and Gender Gap in Indonesia, Yasmin Ararupa. Chancellor, that completes the presentation of graduates from the School of Economics.
Chancellor, every year the University presents university medals to acknowledge the most outstanding graduates in each faculty who've completed a University of Adelaide bachelor's degree with honours or bachelor's degree of at least 4 years duration. The university medals are awarded to students for their consistently outstanding performance across the whole of their undergraduate studies. I, Professor Warren Bebbington, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, present to you the winner of the 2014 University Medal from the Faculty of Professions, Emily Bailey.
It now gives me great pleasure to congratulate all of our new graduates here today. Be proud of what you've worked for and what you've achieved, and certainly remember those who've supported you throughout your journey. I wish you every success as you now enter this next exciting phase of your life and your career. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are also its alumni and its ambassadors. Over the years, the university has graduated alumni who've made enormous contribution to the community, both here and throughout the world. And today, you join a community of over 150,000 alumni located in more than 80 countries throughout our globe. I'd also like to thank the mace bearer and all those responsible for running today's event. I ask that our graduates remain seated and that the audience rise and, in the traditional way, congratulate all of our graduates. Would the audience remain standing? The graduates, please join us. We will now conclude with the academic procession. I now declare this congregation adjourned.